mag-Tagalog, di ba? I have a phone call here that you went to Cebu and you speak Tagalog and English. Yes or no?
With a continuation of the Senate hearing in aid of legislation on the 6.4 billion pesos shabu shipment from China, Senate Blue Ribbon Committee Chair Senator Gordon interrogated Richard Tan, owner of Hongfei Logistics, the warehouse in Valenzuela City where the smuggled illegal drugs were found. In his affidavit, Tan testified that Wang Jiding, head of Chinese Customs Inspection in Xiamen, personally called to inform him of the smuggled shabu that entered his warehouse. But he said he did not completely believe it, not until the officials of the Bureau of Customs inspected the shipment, where 5 insulator machines were found filled with illegal drugs. Meanwhile, PIDEA Chief Isidro La Peña expressed his disappointment on Customs' delayed notice regarding the seized shabu shipment. Colonel Neil Estrella, Director of Customs Intelligence and Investigation Service, then defended the Bureau. He said he initially coordinated with the NBI to confirm if the smuggled illegal drugs indeed were slipped into the country. And after confirmation, he immediately contacted PIDEA NCR Director Wilkins Villanueva. Also, Senator Richard Gordon was disappointed by Customs Head Nicanor Fealdon's absence at the Hongfei warehouse when the shipment inspection was done, which the legislator believed he should have led.
We arrive in the morning, Your Honor, between 9 to 10 in the morning, Your Honor.
9 to 10 in the morning. Wow, 1 o'clock to 9 to 10 in the morning is about 8 to 9 hours, correct?
And so with the closing of the session, Chair Gordon urges Commissioner Fealdon to attend the next hearing on the case. This after Fealdon's absence in the House hearing on Monday over the same matter due to a dental emergency, and the second round of the Senate hearing held Wednesday due to hospital confinement.
President Rodrigo Duterte ordered a 2 million bounty for each of policemen allegedly utilized by former Osamis Mayor Reynaldo Parahinog in the illegal drug-related killings of civilians in the area. The president issued the directive during the 116th anniversary of the PNP Police Service at Camp Crame.
Remember that. But do not go into the contraband itself. Like the policemen who are now shortlisted in the killing of so many civilians buried in a cemetery there at the back of the barangay hall. Each of those policemen carry on their head now, I am announcing, 2 million per head. And you are free to go and live. I don't know. You just I'll cut short my speech here so that you'll have a chance for a crack at the 2 million of your men there of the Filipino. Yun lang ang iwan. 2 million per head. Dead or alive. Better dead, because I have to pay for the funeral parlor. That is an added expense. The other, buy rice for the people.
The president said that human skeletons had been discovered by authorities allegedly killed and tortured by the policemen who work for Parahinog. According to the president, those involved in illegal drugs will face the full force of the law.
Well, a lot of policemen murdered by Mayor Parahinog, including the killers of those policemen with him. I will be visiting Osamis. I will not tell you when, but I will warn the policemen there. Yung kasama ni Parahinog and his cahoots are members of the PNP and who are responsible for the death of the 6 soldiers before. You will have your comeuppance. I will see to it that you too will get a fair share of. And there is a Secretary of Justice, and you can ask him.
Aside from police calawag, President Duterte said that narco-politics is still the center of the anti-drug war of his administration. Parahinog and convicted drug lord Herbert Colanco were included in the drug matrix the president presented to the public last July 7, 2016, only a week after he assumed office.
I called all the mayors. I did not inform you about it. I called all the mayors. No military man, no police was there. All of them just plain mayors, municipal and city. And I told them, do not play with me or suffer the consequences. And General Luot, your general before, was also there. And I pointed out to him, there's one idiot general here who's been at it. I said, you better shape up because you'll suffer the consequences. I'm sure Parahino was there and everybody. So wala tayong sisihan. There's really no remorse for you and for me. Fair warning, I told you. Do not, right when I was mayor for 22 years in Davao. How many? That's an number 7,000. How would you kill 7,000? If you place the number at around 400 to 600, yes, during my time as mayor of Davao City, for 22 years, that many, because I was fighting drugs and criminality.
At the same time, President Duterte assured to protect authorities who are doing their jobs properly.
A fair warning to everybody. And I tell you now, do your duty, and I will protect you. Do not abuse, do not commit crime, not the extrajudicial killing pictured by the human rights, just leave them alone.
In the end, the President assured PNP's full support. He ordered the PNP to acquire brand new equipment instead of second-hand.
Aside from the shipment seized by the Bureau of Customs and the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency last May in a Valenzuela City warehouse worth 6.4 billion pesos, 3 other shipments have already been delivered in the same warehouse. This was revealed by Fidel Anoche D., consignee and warehouse man at the same time where the illegal drugs were confiscated.
Sa 4 po na beses na shipment nun, una nung June 2016. Tapos yung kasunod po, January na po. Yung una po hindi nakapangalan. Yung pangalawa, nakapangalan naman po yung January. Opo. Tapos nasundan na naman po yan nung March ng 2017 na po. Pang-apat po yan nung May 26, 2017, yung nagkahulihan na po.
During the questioning by House Committee on Ways and Means Chairman Dakila Kua, D stressed that the shipment was not his and that he is a mere caretaker of the warehouse receiving a monthly salary of 8,000 pesos. He was not even aware that the crates contained drugs until the raid, and had he known earlier, he would not be in jail today. As a caretaker, he merely receives deliveries and his name was only used as consignee. D also denies that he knows Richard Tan, alias Richard Chen, said to be the owner of Hongfei Logistics. He further narrated he only met 2 Taiwanese, one Ju Minju and a certain Ju Huang. He was able to open the crate of the January shipment with Ju Minju, but not the cylinders. But according to him, that shipment was identical with the May shipment said to contain high-grade shabu. Despite this, he made clear he is not aware if the January shipment also contained drugs. D is now detained and is facing illegal possession of dangerous drugs charges. He got emotional as he also asked for President Rodrigo Duterte's help as he emphasized his innocence.
Kung alam ho lang natin nun, siguro wala ako dito sa kulungan.
Oo nga po. Oo nga po. Tama yun. Kung alam
Kasi
nyo lang.
titimplo ko na lang ho sila sa PDEA, magkakapira na ako eh. Hindi gaya nito na wala akong kinalaman, nakakulong ako. Siguro naman masakit po sa kalooban ng isang tao na wala kang kasalanan, makukulong ka. Tapos napakalaking kasong inaano sa akin. Kaya po ang hinihintay ko sa Pangulong Duterte, yung malasakit sana niya sa kapwa ko mahirap. Makalabas man lang sana ako ng kulungan. Malaki pong pahirap para sa akin. Ito nangyayari sa akin.
Before this, Congresswoman Sharon Garin scolded Attorney Althea Akay of Customs, who was not able to contain herself and cried. The Congresswoman says that there are so many unqualified personnel at the Bureau. Customs Commissioner Nicanor Faeldon was still a no-show. His Chief of Staff, Attorney Mande Anderson, says Faeldon is now confined in a hospital in Taytay Rizal because of a heart problem. The committee agreed to send a house doctor to the hospital where Faeldon is confined to validate.
Going to serve notice and request for the medical bulletin invalidate the claim that he is in the hospital.
A certain nanny co of BLC also attended the hearing and denied she received or took bribe money. The recall customs broker Mark Taguba recounts how a certain Tita Nani receives a tara from him.
After a postponement on the supposed printing of ballots last July 24, the Commission on Elections finally started printing official ballots for the October 23, 2017 Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections. According to Comelec Chairman Andres Bautista, the National Printing Office will be producing 77,261,086 ballots in less than 35 days.
Handa ang Comelec na magkaroon ng halalan itong Oktubre 23. Sabi ko nga, gagalangin din natin kung ano man ang magiging desisyon ng ating liderato tungkol dito.
Moreover, the price per ballot is valued at 3 pesos, with a total cost amounting to 231 million pesos, while the other accountable forms such as election returns, statement of votes by precinct, and the certificate of canvass and proclamation will cost 80 million pesos. He added that in case the government decides to postpone the BSK elections this October to 2018, the printed ballots may still be used upon filing of a resolution allowing the use of these ballots even with a different date, or they may technically change the dates but it will incur additional expenses.
We don't know. It depends. It depends on the bank whether or not we will pass a resolution saying that we will just use the ballots even if the date is not accurate, or we will work with NPO so that we can change the date on the ballots, but that will incur additional expense.
Bautista said that they will abide by the decision of Congress, but stressed that it should not be close to the midterm elections in 2019. Meanwhile, dragged into an alleged corruption of an unexplained wealth by his wife, Bautista confirmed that he has already filed charges of robbery, grave coercion, qualified theft, and extortion against his wife, Patricia Bautista. It can be recalled that the Comelec chief said he is a victim as he cried out for extortion. The Justice Department already called for a probe on the poll chief's alleged unexplained wealth.